Today I'm here with Jim from Virginia, and he had an interesting story to tell me, so I wanted to relay his story. Jim just turned 61 years old, and he's never been hunting in his entire life. And one thing that we do here at the ranch, we've got just an unbelievable population of wild hogs out here. And we give away several free hunts every month, and it's a monthly drawing. And Jim entered our monthly drawing, and 5 months ago his name got drawn, and he's like, oh my gosh, I've never owned a gun, I've never been hunting, but I won this hunt. I need to put it together. So he put it together, invited about 3 or 4 of his hunting buddies to come on out here, and he is on his first hunt ever. But in the meantime, for the last 5 months, knowing that he won this hunt, Jim went and bought a gun. What kind of gun did you buy, Jim?
I bought a Remington 770. It's 243 caliber.
All right, he went and bought a Remington, and he has been doing a lot of practicing every weekend for 5 months. So we're going to put him to the test out here in the woods and see if his practice is going to pay off. But there's one more story here, Jim. Jim told me that he's a drug dealer, a retired drug dealer. And he was willing to tell us about this. And what cartel did you work for, Jim?
Well, my first cartel was Bristol Myers, but then I worked for several other pharmaceutical cartels.
Legal drugs. All right, there
Yes.
you go. All right, well, Jim, let's go shoot us some hogs, and let's put those skills to the test that you've been practicing for the last several months.
Sounds great.
Let's go hunting.
Good deal.
Nice little teeth on them. I promise you, you wouldn't want those teeth getting into your leg. And then we shot another one right over here. This is about 130-pound sow. She's got a lot of good fat on her. She's gonna be good eating. The hog that we shot the other day was a fat sow like this, and she's been prepared for dinner tonight. And this is my personal favorite. When I can get a fat sow harvested like this, that extra fat on the meat just makes the meat extra flavorful. Good job.
Thanks. I can't wait for dinner.
It's coming around the corner. You might not know this, but there's one thing we don't do around here.
What's that?
We're never late for a meal.
That's a good idea.
All right, let's get these loaded up and get back to camp.
Thank you very much.
We just completed a very successful hunt with Jim from Virginia. And so what do you think about your first hunt ever in your life, Jim?
This has been a lot of fun. There are lots of hogs. I can't wait to come back.
Well, you know, one thing I like to tell people is that no matter what your age, you're never too old to start something brand new. At over 60 years old, Jim decided, I'm going to do something I've never done before. He bought a gun, never had one. He's been target practicing, which he's never done. He's come across the country with friends that he's never traveled with before, good friends, just never took the opportunity. New sport, hunting, and we've had a fantastic hunt. And Jim, you've harvested a couple really nice hogs out here. You got you a nice boar, and you've got you a good fat sow, and we're gonna butcher it up for you, and you're gonna take it back home, and you'll be calling me after you eat it for the first time. This is some wonderful food. You are gonna love it.
Well, I'm going to tell all my friends also, and next time we come back, we might have a huge crowd rather than just a few.
We look forward to it.
Sounds good. Thank you so
Jim
much.
Griffith. I'm from Smith Mountain Lake near Roanoke, Virginia. I was a sucker for contests, and I saw a contest to win a free hog hunt. I entered the contest last summer and got lucky and won it. Once I won it, I figured, well, I've never been hunting before. I've never owned a rifle. I'd really like to try this as a new experience. So my best friend got me a rifle and went out target shooting, and we planned the trip. It took us 2 days to drive here. We got here and just had a great time. The hunt yesterday, basically we walked through the woods, saw several pigs running in groups that were too far away to shoot. We saw another big group of pigs kind of resting under a tree. We snuck up on them, and I was able to take a couple of shots. I got one pig down immediately. The second one was halfway behind a tree. I hit him and only wounded him, unfortunately. and then he started charging at me a little bit, and then I got him the second time right between the eyes and wound up with 2 pigs, both about 130 pounds. That made 4 pigs total for my 2 days of hunting, and we had to stop there because we shot so many pigs. We had to get an extra cooler and get a U-Haul trailer to bring home all the meat. It was great. My buddies who came with me, one of them came and shot an exotic Sika deer, and he also shot 3 pigs. My other buddy that came with me went here and shot a monster hog that was 450 pounds, and also another 3 pigs. And then my third buddy that came shot 4 pigs. So we loaded up on pigs. It was great. The food was wonderful. The staff were really helpful. We just had a great time. I'd highly recommend this to anyone who wants to come hog hunt, especially if you're someone like me who's never been hog hunting before or hunting period before in their lives. This was just wonderful.